afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane. A Monday novice fight. Yes, indeed, we shall be watching the novices. Novices right out here on Angoville. And also a quick heads up, as there does seem to be ever that slight bit of confusion. If you do send in a replay, there is absolutely no guarantee it will be casted. But I do seem to regularly get people who are sort of like, but why didn't you cast my game? And, well, there's a lot of reasons. But you always have to remember there is no guarantee that it will be casted. Never, ever, ever, ever. In particular, when, for example, a Monday novice fight, I end up with at least 3 submissions, perhaps 4 to 5. In just a short period of time for that spot. And again, I keep on getting new replays, and again, it's, a matter of different things. Maps, players, tactics, strategy, and for that matter, is it actually fun to watch all those matters of things? In meanwhile, we are seeing here 3 pioneers from Albertoletto, fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the, I don't know, let's just say 718th Bodenständige Infantry Division, opposing him shall be Kocur, fighting for the Americans, for the, I don't know, 91st Infantry Division. Points being secured here. We're seeing a 2 engineers start with the riflemen quickly following up there, and we do initially seeing here for Albertoletto following up on the pioneers is a bike rolling forwards gently through the hills or plains or grass, whatever, and we immediately see the engineers are coming under fire from the bike, firing away mercilessly. Pioneers quick to follow up on the success of the bike, and of course we immediately see that Kocur is pulling in a rifleman squad to support in this initial endeavour. Of course, right here we do immediately see that Albertoletto is in fact a bit buggered because he can't really hold up against that. He might have a slight chance to do some damage, and already they do see 1 pioneer down. We also see 1 engineer down, but also the bike is pretty much in trouble since it's already going to be taking a lot more damage. Pioneers for some reason rushing in. Albertoletto needs to be careful. Vorsicht. Second squad of riflemen out here for Kocur. Kocur. Something. Albertoletto getting some infantry out, about bleeding damn time. Usually you'd see the Grenadiers first, then the bike, but apparently Albertoletto decided it was to work the opposite way. Quickly pushing up. Nice progress here on the right hand side from Kocur. And there we go, the Grenadiers push up, opening up and fire on the riflemen. Blasting away. Come on, Leute, fire away at the Americans. They are so nicely stationed up out in the open for us. Ah, scheiße, they're getting into cover. And there we go. We actually see some of the riflemen taking severe losses due to the initial fire they suffered from the Grenadiers, and the Volks, of course, able to get off some good shots. And quickly suffering some nasty losses right there, and we do see the rest of the squad getting the bugger out of there. The bike, for some reason, was not pulled in immediately to support Albertoletto's infantry. That was a bit of a poor choice there by Albertoletto. Bike though continues, and we're seeing riflemen pulling in from the north again. Albertoletto might want to consider his tactics initially, as he's rather giving Kocur some advantages right there. He's going to, of course, quickly need to reinforce this. At the same time, we're finding the pioneers being switched over here to take territory away, but we're already seeing here that the Americans are holding quite a bit of the map already within the first few minutes. Nicely done there by Kocur, although he might want to consider actually beginning to lay down mines, but why something to make it harder for the Huns to actually begin taking back territory. And this spot, for example, would have been a good for mine, and actually it looks like somewhere there might be a mine going down. I'm not entirely sure. Yes, indeed, right there, although Kocur's making the slight mistake of doing it right in front of the enemy, so the enemy knows there's a mine. Usually you want a mine to be a surprise, a bit like a party, except you want the recipient to die. Unless you're really into some very weird surprise parties, but that's another matter. And we're also immediately seeing a very early grenade here after 3 riflemen. That could actually work out quite nicely here for Kocur. In particular on the novice level, a lot of players are definitely not very much expectant of grenades. So that's definitely some nice thoughts. And there we go. Actually, he managed to hit the mine despite being put down right in front of his nose. Albertoletto definitely needs to pay attention a bit more in class. And these riflemen, oh, poor choice. He's running about right in front of... I mean, there's slightly 2 mistakes here, and I'll just briefly pause to explain them because I'd rather just do, because more will soon happen. Again, we got the grenade soon ready, but he kept running around the house. That's fair enough, but he did so while under fire from a nearby infantry squad. He also seemed to forgot that the MP40 gunners in there can do some damage, plus there's the bike. all in all, this was a pretty bad idea, which rather resulted in most losses. We might in fact see the entire squad go down, and in fact that's what happened. So that was definitely less well done by Kocur, and actually gives Albertoletto a chance for getting back into the fight. Regarding the MG in that building, sometimes it works, but again, when your opponent gets grenades, I mean, he can pretty much position himself over there and begin lobbing grenades over the hedges. And there we go, Granate straight through the window, and Heinz and Fritz die from the explosion or the following shrapnel. Now the riflemen push in, and we immediately also see that Albertoletto is actually checked up pretty quickly too for a spike and MG. That is a very, very bold maneuver. Although he's quick to get the MP4s in. There we go. He should have actually retreated right there. We do see the rifle clearing it out. But at the same time, we do see another mistake right here from Kocur, which is actually he's not considered the retreat path. And we immediately see that Albertoletto pushes in with MP40s at the same time, also ensuring he is in the path of retreat. And we could in fact see Kocur lose another rifleman squad, which would be pretty bad. Looks like the lucky bastards managed to escape, but that was definitely not 100% well thought out right there by Kocur. But again, Albertoletto neither should have lost that MG42 like that. But we do now see the infantry pushing forwards, equipped with the rifles and the MP40, machine pistol and 40, makes the move forwards for the strategic cut-off point, hoping to deny Kocur a lot of his resources. Splendid. Forcing their way up there. Supply going up. Bike once more opens up. Setting down sandbags, that's good, but I do think Albertoletto's actually got it a bit, opposite right here. He should have had the MP40s at the front, these, submachine guns, the rifles back. I mean, you don't put the submachine guns in the back, they're close combat weapons. So that was a slightly poor idea, but good grenading right there, and we actually see this Volksgrenadier will need to retreat. Come on, Volksgrenadier Rückzug! Oh, come on, Albertoletto, preserve your infantry! Oh, you daft bugger. A bit unfortunate, but I suppose it can happen. But again, I mean, retreat when you're that low, that really made absolutely no bleeding sense right there for Albertoletto. We in fact see that one rifle squad here is veteran G1 already within the first few minutes. Again, not always so good. But we do see that Albertoletto is otherwise progressing nicely across the rest of the map. But the bike goes out of control, bursts into flames, and like a rocket crashes into the strategic point. And unlike a rocket, does absolutely no damage. Kriegbags finally going up here for Albertoletto. And looks like he's got 4 pioneer squads. I think that's more than he actually needs. That's a senseless amount of pioneers. I mean, he needs combat troops, not pioneers. I mean, that's actually weird. So that is actually what it just argues about it. Even I see a Kampfkampf center going up. That's good. That is better. Quickly regrouping to map, but also note, I mean, Albertoletto has pretty much just lost most of his army. And down to 1 infantry squad. And while certainly Kocur has lost something, I mean, he's also replacing it a bit faster. And he's not spending a lot of resources on a lot of engineers or pioneers, but he's not really going to get much use out of it. And now we're faxing a large pioneer force moving up here. Also note, most of the 2/3 of the entire force is actually below or at half health. That's not really a good sign. And now the Volksgrenadiers are fighting on their own. They should be a bit careful again, they might get grenaded. Just overwhelmed. Overall, Albertoletto definitely needs to work on his infantry tactics. It would seem like at this very moment. Now, of course, rather than moving up, they might get grenade. In fact, we see Albertoletto this time just retreating, realizing he might not win. Often we're seeing Grenadiers pulling up. Grenadier fights the enemy, and Panzerschläger also being equipped right there, blowing up some poor Yankee, and also knocking out the truck, and then immediately retreating. He's apparently getting very concerned about the grenades of Kocur. In the meanwhile, the pioneers continue up here. Veterans, you want for them first, not for the infantry. Of course, will help a bit with the fact that his pioneers are in a terrible state of health. Alternate, of course, here nicely done by Kocur, getting a tree center and second up. We are seeing a motor pull up. Pioneer squad there pushed away. Pioneers also need to get away. Come on, Albertoletto. Don't waste more men. And finally, there we go, another unit lost. That is time a pioneer squad. Albertoletto continues to suffer a bit needless losses, but we do see him. He could hit. No, he's... Come on, your cut-off point, your resources, man. You could even, you know, cut off the retreat path and really do some damage to Kocur's infantry, but apparently Albertoletto seems to be working on a slightly different plan to what is actually happening at the moment. Pioneers being regrouped once more, and in fact he's going for the opponent's cut-off point. Come on, Albertoletto, get back in the fight. Mortar now out for Albertoletto. He's got very little infantry, very little overall presence, and he's deciding to get a mortar, which is probably not going to help too much at the moment. Flamethrower being equipped here, the rifleman could actually be in a bit of trouble then. And there we go. Fire washes over the rifleman already down to half health very quickly, taking intense losses as the MP40s add in, and we're just seeing the rifleman suddenly drop like flies. And now Albertoletto needs to be quick again. Speed and more mercurial behavior does seem to be a bit lacking on Albertoletto. He needs to be able to think a bit faster, react a bit faster. I mean, he's giving Kocur a lot of the advantage, and now Kocur also getting an armoured car, and Albertoletto currently only has one Panzerwreck to really put up any real solid defence with. Which again is not really conducive for further fighting. And again, currently does not really hold most of the map with any of it. We do see a pack on the way, but will it be enough? And rather than pulling up here, mortar going to be pushed away. MP40 is doing what they can to hold back the Americans. Quickly suffering a lot of losses to the MP40s. Kocur a bit slow then retreating, suffering a bit needlessly to the might of the Wehrmacht of the Bodenständige Infantry Division. A lot of these static divisions, as they were known, were rather more heavily equipped, or well, staffed with Russians or other Eastern Europeans rather than Germans.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
And there we go, armoured car once more, proving to be the foil of Albertoletto and his plans. Engineers pouring fire down upon the Grenadiers, quickly doing a bit of damage. Grenadiers are quickly pushed away as the Engineers move in for the kill. And Albertoletto needs more infantry, and he's also going defensive rather quickly, though there's not really much to defend. The question is if terror or blitzkrieg doctrine might not have been a more helpful choice, all in all. Kocur moving in from the north, getting an anti-tank gun, that is good. Although seems a bit currently paranoid, since there's not really much that Kocur could have done that could really, you know, cause any threats. Does it mean Albertoletto? Oh, whatever. Also needs to reconnect this, and looks like to be doing so, but he misclicked over here. Come on, Albertoletto again. Swiftness, decisiveness, form combat groups, and do your bleeding job. Mortar not really doing much. And there we go, another Grenadier squad. Fire being poured down upon the rifleman right here as the MP40 Volksgun is moving in. Opening up on the rifleman from a decent distance. And there go rifleman likely going to get off a grenade. And BARs pop up, mortar rounds falling down. There we go, grenade on the Volksgrenadiers. Nicely done, but we do see the lot of the riflemen do go down, only killing 2 Volksgrenadiers in return. Could have gone better, could have gone better. More Grenadiers moving in.
We are losing territory. Forward supply lines are broken.
Come on, Albertoletto. Focus, regroup. Well, what seems to be Albertoletto's main problem right now is again that sort of, you know, there's no clear plan of what to do. He's just pushing out hither and thither. And now getting a sniper. We'll of course have to see how that one works out. Stop up, stop up, stop up. Don't march straight into BAR fire, or for that matter any other automatic fire grenade going off against the Grenadiers. Not really doing much, and again now he's also just retreating senselessly half the time. I mean, he's walking straight up to the riflemen, you know, and then of course forcing them to retreat. I mean, it's rather poor infantry tactics. We do see a nice mortar round going off here, almost killing out the entire rifleman squad. Come on, Grenadiers, kill the last man. Töten Sie die Amerikaner, ihr Hunden. Scheiß. And there we go, in fact, see that Kocur is pushed away. Come on, kill the bastard. And no, a rifleman squad. Oh, Albertoletto, you just missed a huge chance right there. The Vaterland is disappointed in you, Alberto. Also in your mother's poor choice of naming you.
Pioneer team ready. Mortar reporting.
Armoured car immediately here. Kocur, I'm not entirely sure, must not entirely figured that there might be a pack. And we do see now a damaged engine. Will the armoured car be able to escape the wrath of the Panzerabwehrkanone? And looks like it is bunker going up here. Medics out actually from Kocur. That's a good move, you know. Working towards the attrition angle, working towards, you know, minimizing overall casualties. That is good, Kocur. In particular for a novice, it can, you know, help, you know, smoothen out some of the edges. Bunker coming under attack. Well, the bunker under construction coming under attack. Volkswagen's moving in, snubbing him by another mortar round going down, and already there it's have slightly done a lot of good. Though it would have been good if Albertoletto had been able to finish it off. Quickly get the pioneers into the bunker! Into the bunker! No! Again, a full retreat. Albertoletto does... Everybody just retreats. Panic! 9! Run! The crowds everywhere! They're running away from us! Panic! No! I mean, that's good unit preservation. Then there just seems to be, you know, absolutely, you know, panicking every moment. I'm not entirely sure what I'm watching anymore. Quick, Sook! Run away! No. Good lord. Medic bunker up, so both players now having some sort of medics out for minimizing casualties. That is good. Mortar here, Granatenwerfer bereit. 8 centimeters. Slightly more advantageous on the western front on the company level, where the Americans only had a 6mm. And again, the Germans pretty much used the 8cm on the company level after they got a hold of the Soviet 120 or 12cm mortar from the eastern front. They pretty much just said, well, Heinz, this looks pretty damn good. Yeah, let's just copy it. Yeah. And they did. So that is rather hard worked out for them. And certainly giving them more firepower. Grenadiers bring up here. Lots of firepower, again spread out a bit. Oh, Kocur ignoring the MP40s, also taking a few nasty sniper shots. Heavy losses, rifles got Kocur down for Kocur. No, looks like he managed to get away. But again, he shouldn't have retreated everything like that. The Grenadiers were on their own without support. Armour coming up, where's the pack? Oh dear, Albertoletto is a bit unorganized. He's not keeping his troops within supporting range of each other, which is a bad idea. Mortar though is near the front, firing away. Round after round, mortar shell after mortar shell being sent towards the enemy medics moving away. Anti-tank gunners getting sniped, pack ready. Can it get the armoured car? And it's not been fully repaired. Oh dear, that's definitely a mistake by Kocur. As the Panzerabwehrkanone fires away, main gun destroyed. The entire thing is covered in burning fire. Liquid fire, something fire everywhere. And it's now completely cooked up. Like a Christmas goose or something. That is if your mother used a flamethrower to cook the goose. Thankfully mine didn't. Might be able to actually form a Grenadier squad. That would definitely pay off right there for Albertoletto, but again needs to counter-attack. And there we go, veterans up for the infantry, that's definitely going to help. Another Grenadier squad on the way, that's also beneficial. Pack though decrewed, mortar round falling down, rifle taking heavy losses, MG. Oh wait, that was the armoured quarters. For some reason I thought he might have upgraded some of his Grenadiers with the lightest MG. Infantry moving forwards. Kocur definitely suffered a bit there. Minesweeper engineers waiting in the shadows, ready to remove any German mines. Except, you know, Albertoletto being one of those novices who doesn't use mines at all, rather, you know, removing the entire place. But again, not a bad idea though. I actually like that Kocur rather thinks ahead, rather than, you know, waiting for the mines to go off. He's like, yeah, I'll just be ready in case there are mines. Yeehaw! So, good thinking there, and actually mining, also good thinking on the other hand. Albertoletto, not so much thinking. And there we go, Grenadiers hit the mine. Oh my goodness! That was a devastating mine, almost wiping the entire squad. Grenadiers here being engaged, heavy fire, MP40s, BAR stolen from their corpses, pushing forwards. And taking some nasty losses. Also, another fun fact about the Bodenständige Infantry Division: they were one of the few units not affected by the 1942 change in infantry divisions that saw every regiment lose a battalion. They still had one, which was one of the things von Rundstedt demanded and got away with, but it was rather, undermined by them taking all the German troops out and replacing it with Russians or, well, other Eastern Europeans, Ukrainians, whatever. So that was a slight problem with it. Otherwise, they were generally poorly equipped and poorly trained. They had a huge mix of Russian, French, Czechoslovakian equipment and some German, some of it being from World War I. Though in some cases they also had some pretty good equipment as well. In one case I believe they had Pak 43s, which was definitely a bit above their pay grade. Pioneers are running into some others. We have Promise Rifle moving in. Bad news, and bad news that's pushed away. Also, we are mining there. Good job, actually. Gutes Arbeit. Sniper opening up. A poor positioning of Albertoletto. Sniper at the front line with nothing covering. Oh, we do see an MG projectile now of Albertoletto, but the sniper still needs to be careful. Oh dear, seem to have gotten something a bit wrong there. Rifleman suffering a bit to the Grenadiers. Assault phase completed for Albertoletto. Let's return to Kocur. Grenadiers moving up here towards the strategic point. Grenade there. Good, good. And a Grenadier squad went down. Oh, there was a mine! A mine! Good job there, Kocur. Good job. And artillery. On-map artillery infantry ducting up versus the defensive Germans. Bunga getting absolutely blasted. The concrete shivering. And the Rifleman here getting shot at by MG42 and some very determined Grenadiers. Shoot times! Just like we taught you at the gunnery school or something.
Up the end. Production is now at double time.
And there we go, Rifleman trying to flank the MG. Will it be? And oh, yes, of course, veterans von Nelford. But no, it looks like the MG is going to be pushed back. Nice timing there. Grenadiers and flamethrowers opening up on the Rifleman. Veteran G2, by the way. Don't move them up, don't move the Grenadiers up, stay at range. Oh dear, that was definitely a poor move by Albertoletto. Again, you should be careful about moving troops up to guys armed with automatic weapons, MP40s, LMGs, BARs, whatever. Don't move towards them if you can avoid it. Shoot at them from range, Heinz. In this case, Alberto. Supplied upgrade number 1 is off for Kocur, that is good. Flamethrower Pioneers running into a bit of problem. Albertoletto getting a bit too clever for his own good. And needs to quickly get his troops back on the front line. Chanel, and another mine goes off. Nicely done. And quick to replace the mine. Also good there for Albertoletto. And mortars firing away. 6 kills on it. Fire frei.
Losing ground out there.
Rifleman moving in. German infantry pushing up and counter. And a few Volksgunners here with some Grenadiers opening up on the Rifleman right there. That could prove to be very, very unpleasant for the Rifleman. There we go. Quickly suffering quite some extravagant losses. Grenadiers quickly moving away as well. We couldn't in fact see Kocur losing a bit there. He got a bit too clever for his own good. A bit too greedy. Instead we saw the Volksgunners punish it with 33 kills already. My God. That's quite impressive. Also, he might want to abandon that bunker with the MG in it. I mean, that could very well go down. And thus kill the MG crew. And looks like he in fact did so. That is good. Albertoletto at least got that one right. We are heroes! Yeah, you are. But not much as heroic as the Volksgunners with the MP40s. And there we go, lots of grenades. Oh my goodness, he just dropped 2 grenades and after 1 squad. And right here, I think it would be a good move if Albertoletto actually got the MP40s inside the building. By sniper open up, though, in support of the Volksgunners. The Riflemen just getting absolutely pummeled right here. And they're actually moving into the range of the MP40s. Oh dear, making it easier for the MP40s just tear through them. Kocur's getting a bit too greedy, a bit too desperate. The sniper causing him too much harm. He lost it, and the Volksgunners gained 40 kills. 40 kills! 2 heroes of the Reichs Volksgrenadiers. Gott im Himmel. definitely a lot right there. Although Albertoletto should not go back wasting them. These men have certainly all earned iron crosses. And there you go, the bunker went down. He sadly did not repair it. Definite shame and poor move by Albertoletto there. Going in for the victory points. Another supply upgrade for Kocur. And also note he's got a tank there, but he's not using it. That's definitely a mistake. I mean, don't build a building if you don't intend to actually use it. At least not right away. Sturm arming up with one Schwerer Panzerspeerwagen being sent up from the 17th SS to provide support, I imagine. Or possibly the 2nd SS Panzer Division das Reich. Grenadiers pushed away there. Retreat the Volksgrenadiers, save them, reinforce them, get them veterancy free. And they shall lead you to victory. No, instead he's moving them forward. I do believe Albertoletto is getting what you call careless. Getting a bit too confident. Don't lose the Volksgrenadiers. Oh, he retreats them. Thank God. I want to see how many kills they can get before this is over. Grenadiers squatting a bit up top as well, moving from one angle. Sniper nearby. Well, that might be a bit more occupied with these chaps over there. Entertaining recruit, and we quickly see the armor car going down there for Albertoletto. Kocur scoring a nice kill. For Uncle Sam, the Grenadiers here need to retreat. They're low on health. And we're seeing riflemen moving in from several angles. Retreat, Grenadiers. And more artillery flying out from Kocur. This time towards the MG42 there, and he's quick to retreat it. Nicely done there. Albertoletto's unit preservation is improving. That is definitely good news. And we're seeing a Grenadier squad with a light machine gun up there, just tearing through the rifle and even suppressing them. And Kocur needs to retreat. He's actually underestimating, and the rifle squad laying up a mine right in front of the Germans. Fire away, select his MG, Heinz. Oh, grab the BAR as well. And Kocur seems to be rather ignoring the fact that he's got a light machine gun firing away at him. No, you saw the mine, you saw the mine! Apparently Fritz is being very bold. Mine goes off, forcing him away with shrapnel stuck in his face, but he's still largely alive. Moving up again though. Mortar round goes off, MG adds in. Rifleman quick to retreat. That could definitely go on better, I think, though. Grab the BARs. I mean, Kocur dropped several of them. Several Browning automatics left behind. They've got the Volksgrenadiers quick move in. Sniper bombs up in their riflemen. Will they be able to... Ooh, they get one BAR. Quickly hold up the Grenadiers again. You don't want to get too close again. The MG42 does not fire on the move. Not on the move, gentlemen. Very important to remember. It looks like an engineer squad over here suffered a swift demise at the hands of German Grenadiers. And these LMG gunners moving up. Quick, stop, stop, stop. Coming up in the rifle right there. BAR firing away as well. Grenade going up, and they're actually too close. Quickly move, move. No, dear. Looks like Grenadier squad here could go down for Albertoletto. Quickly retreat the Grenadiers, and we do see them being retreated, but definitely a bit of a shame there. Bit of a waste. Mortar though is actually paying off quite nicely for them, so that's definitely not a poor choice. The maps I would have liked to see it a bit later on. Rifleman here quickly getting blasted by the MG42 and a nearby sniper. Suffering more intense fire. Troops could do with a bit of reinforcement, and the howitzer once more opens up. Trying to get the MG42, but Albertoletto's already moved. That's actually nice thinking ahead. And rain is being sent in. Still no armor from Kocur. I mean, he's got a tank there, and he's had it for some time now, but he's not using it. That's definitely a bit of a waste. Miner fighting up here. The Volksgrenadiers doing what they can. Pioneers as well, but the Volksgrenadiers might well need to get away. Get away. Panzerkampfwagen 5 out, so he just built the Sturm Army to get a single armoured car, and then immediately went on to the Panzer Command. He's getting a Panther. I mean, there's no armour. A Panzer IV would have been a better and cheaper choice against all the infantry, Albertoletto. I mean, again, that's a bit of the novice mistake. Suspecting just because it's the most expensive thing doesn't mean it's the best thing against everything in the world. Sometimes you just want a few Panzer IVs to do the job. But there you go, 2nd SS has deployed its Panthers in support of the Bodenständige Infanterie, and we are seeing the Grenadiers actually providing proper support for the Panther Company. Rangers coming under a bit of nasty fire right there from the Grenadiers.
Allies are down.
As German Grenadiers slowly advance under the supervision of the Panther. Panther might want to move slightly up so he can actually provide some fire. Also getting veterans you want for it. That's actually a good move there by Albertoletto. I do believe it's actually time for the mid-game analysis. Looking from Albertoletto's perspective, things... I mean, he's got half of the map. He's doing alright at the moment. He's got a decent force, lots of infantry, lots of guns. He's getting some veterancy. That's good. Veterancy 2 for the Panther, but he needs an actual Panzer IV to help deal with all the infantry. For Kocur, he's been pushed back. Things could definitely be looking better. He's still got an anti-tank, and he's got riflemen. He's got some artillery, which, if well used, could actually cause Albertoletto quite a bit of problems. That's rather the sort of initial, well, the remaining issue really for Albertoletto is that artillery, which could very much quickly turn things around. I mean, there's been some poor unit preservation on both sides, some rather unfortunate unit tactics, but overall, I mean, they're sort of performing well. Albertoletto could also, do with some actual mines. Minen. But overall holding out well for now. It's again out to Kocur to counterattack rather seriously. He might want to do so actually on the right hand side, which is a lot less defended. He might want to get some Shermans or tank destroyers out to help in that endeavour. So let's return to the fight. There we go, Rangers on the retreat, rifle moving up, medics to close by, and artillery firing away. Grenadiers hitting a mine. Rifle moving up, and we see another full retreat going in here as artillery fall down. Grenadiers might be caught up in that raining artillery. No, managed to escape. Volkswagen's moving up. The 42 kill, but they have not been fully reinforced. Pioneer down to artillery. Panther opening up. Veteran 2, and there you go. Pioneers will wipe out to a man. Of course, Albertoletto might want to consider a new medic bunker perhaps up here. And I mean, the placement of this previous was a bit rubbish, since again it was rather out in the open. There was thus nothing actually providing cover against on-map artillery. As one has to remember, on-map artillery fires in an arc, and thus if there's anything like, say, a building or some cars in front of it, that building or cars will absorb some part of it. Buildings do tend to be better, so even if they're wrecked, they will still provide some amount of protection, whereas once the Bocage is gone, it's gone, and there's nothing else there. So that is something I would, suggest keeping in consideration, laying down medic bunkers as the Germans. Artillery continues to fall down. Mortar fire in this case, the 11 kill mortar. Not really much else, but we do see that after this, Kocur wasn't able to nicely advance. Now, of course, in the west, his Pioneers quickly getting over. We do see the MG42 following up. We're seeing the sniper open up as well. Rangers firing up, and we do immediately see that he pulls back the MG40, the sniper in a preventive move. That's nice. Looking ahead, Panther and Pioneers following up there. Grenadiers, more Grenadiers moving up in the west. And the MG Grenadiers firing away. Rifleman down. Grenade going off there on Grenadiers, killing one poor unfortunate bugger. Veterans are free, by the way. That's nicely achieved right there by Kocur. More riflemen moving forwards. Panther running forwards here. Needs to be careful. Might get sticky bomb. MG firing away. Gun firing away. A bit on its own without infantry support. And we do see a full retreat going in there from Albertoletto. Thank God for Kruppstiel. The Panther roars as the riflemen continue to throw sticky bombs, and we see the Panther actually exposing the rear to the Rangers. That was definitely a bad idea, allowing him to fire straight into the exposed rear compartment. Bad idea, bad idea. Right there by Albertoletto. To say the least. And I suspect it might be time to actually look back at Kocur. Or was it the other way around? Might actually be the other way around. Damn it, sometimes I forget. Became a bit hard to keep keep track of from time to time. And we see an Ostwind now on the way, the Ostwind Flak Panther. Panther still in need of repairs, but still rolling forwards with a murderous intent. West side very much vulnerable. The artillery continues to be a problem. We're seeing another sniper squad coming out. I don't really think Albertoletto needs more snipers. I think some more infantry might help, you know, some bunkers, whatever. But let's see how that works out. Let's see if he can actually protect them. In particular, since he's moving them ahead with absolutely nothing providing cover in front, they could easily be overrushed if he's not careful by a few riflemen with BARs, in particular the Veterans Free riflemen could absolutely devastate them. And we see a rather broad advance going in there from Kocur. In fact, snipers opening up, but at the same time there's nothing actually preventing the riflemen from running them. The snipers and the MG is a bit further away. That would be light, and there we go. Sniper spotted. Grenadiers moving up on the flank. Ostwind Flak Panzer bereit, going to move forwards. And there we go, lots of grenades. The Grenadiers all getting caught up front. It's the, oh dear, the MG Grenadier was lost. He clumped them right up front there, making an attractive target for the riflemen to stop. Well, grenades on. Ostwind quickly needs to get up there to at least do some damage. That was definitely well grenade right there by Kocur against Albertoletto, causing Albertoletto and MG and those Grenadiers with the MG42. That was definitely a blow. Medics moving in, Ostwind moving forward but without infantry support again. And all of a sudden Albertoletto and the 718th Bodenständige are short of one infantry squad. Folks, again, he's just sitting in one squad straight into Rangers riflemen, and all of them have automatic weapons of some sort. That's just suicide. Albertoletto, what are you doing? Are you intent? Oh, suddenly wasting a lot of men, and there we go. The otherwise excellent Pulse Grenadiers were just wasted like that. That was senseless. And all of a sudden, having had the advantage, Albertoletto almost seems to be throwing it away again. By just wasting unit after unit. And now, of course, he's also losing a lot of pioneers. 2 pioneer squad went down. Oh dear. I mean, he's just losing so much all of a sudden, and so much of it is utterly senseless. We do see the Ostwind moving in to try and support the Panther, which would definitely help. And there we go. Fires away, catching several riflemen, killing them, ending their lives. But definitely bad news for Albertoletto's troops. Rangers here getting absolutely blasted into the dirt. Rangers getting a bit murdered. And here, Albertoletto makes another mistake. He doesn't even consider the retreat path. I mean, he lets them stay around for too long, loses one sniper, and he might even lose the other sniper to the rifleman. I mean, that was just poorly considered. He placed them in a very awkward position again. There was this spot which, if again controlled, would result in the death of the snipers. Poor tactical reading right there by Albertoletto. Just a waste of snipers. Now he's just equipping so many Panzerix to his Grenadiers. I mean, he's not even following reality. I mean, his opponent has not shown that many vehicles, armored, anything. Yet he's still upgrading his Grenadiers like mad with Panzerix. He's not reacting to the infantry, he's reacting to a non-existent armoured threat. That really ought to be an indicator that Albertoletto has gone off the wrong tangent right here. And now, of course, he's moving his armour right in front of the anti-tank gun, suffering a bit there. We do see a rifle squad going down, caught in the Panther. Artillery going in there, closing in the Grenadiers, but they do manage to get out of there. And Veteran 2 for the support units, which is also something, I suppose. But still, Albertoletto has suffered right now quite grievously, horrendously, not very good. And he's getting another sniper despite his inability to protect the previous ones. And another push in by Kocur, a bit blobbing up. Again, an MG42 could stop that. But again, Albertoletto does not seem to think in depth. We see a heavy rocket barrage going in right down the rifleman. Oh, not all the munitions, he's floating, my god. Right there, we do see Kocur actually losing a rifleman squad just like that. Wiped out. They are dust. They're not even dust. They're something that was once dust. Let's make a push up here, and we might see a registered artillery barrels going right there on the riflemen, threatening to wipe out another Kocur's infantry squads. Down to one man with a sliver of health. The rest are goo. And the Panther could go down. Main gun destroyed again. Albertoletto, what are you doing? You're just wasting units at a pace that is quite devastating to watch, considering how you otherwise sort of alright played throughout the match. And there we go, clearing out the anti-tank and crew very shortly. Veterans of 3 rifle now they're going to move in. Osman needs to target them down, firing away. Getting a few kills, but sticky bomb, and we see a tank destroyer. Finally, Kocur, almost 20 minutes after he got the tank depot, finally get something from it. And knocking out the Osman. There we go. Bravo. Yes, bravo is again the amount of time it took for you to get one. Panther getting repaired again. Point the front towards where you expect the enemy to come. Not where you wish he was to come from, apparently. Grenadiers moving up here. Wrecking the Ostwind wreck. And Kocur's infantry is just getting much more devastating by the moment. While Albertoletto is getting devastating. He's just spamming pioneers. I mean, there's just no reality to what he's doing. He's not getting infantry, he's just getting more pioneers. Why on earth is he doing that? I mean, he might think he's, saving a buck with the veterans on it, but all on the longer run, he's going to be draining himself much quicker resources. And there we go, Pioneer Squad quickly wiped out. Grenadiers doing what they can, but again, with the Panther, it's limited what they can do against the infantry. Yep, repair the Panther. Now it's time to look at Kocur, if we can properly click a thing. Moving against the Veteran 2 Panther. Full force. Panther needs to pull away. Mortar nearby, but can't really do much either. Infantry support nowhere to be seen. Infantry, for that matter, barely to be seen either. Pioneers going to get cut down. So again, lots of Pioneers simply wasted right there for Albertoletto. It keeps on happening. And there we go, mortar crew very much assuredly dead. And then for some reason, Kocur whatever, retreats in the face of this. For some reason, not even getting off sticky bombs. That just seems like a waste. Victory points though are draining down. That might in fact be the very last hope that Albertoletto have to actually win this fight, because he seems very much intent right now on otherwise sabotaging himself. Though if it's consciously or subconsciously, I do not know. But I'm going to imagine it's subconsciously. But definitely not very well handled. On the way from the Panther Command, most likely. Could also be Knights Cross Soldiers, those would definitely help, but either way, Albertoletto needs some infantry. And a bit of quiet. We see Albertoletto on a larger offensive drive. But again, rather lacking the units to really pull it off. Advancing ahead here. Panther at the front. Immediately coming under fire there from the anti-tank, and first shot failed to penetrate. Pioneers moving up. Going to burn out those Yankees. Victory point there being secured, but this one being taken away. What a surprise. Lots of Flammen. We have an army equipped for Albertoletto's Pioneers. As the anti-tank gun position suddenly becomes very hot. And there we go, the crew is toast. Rangers pushing in there, but they ultimately also pushed away as the rest of the actual infantry arrives. And the tank destroyer moving in, going to hit the rear of the Panther, but we also see another Panther arriving for Albertoletto just that very same moment. Panther 6 firing rate, Panther firing rate, tank destroyer for some reason was sent in on its own. At the same time, we see another sniper being overwhelmed, could be very bad. We see also veterans free for Albertoletto support units. Sniper dead, of course, that's another sniper wasted. Pioneers gain veteran, of course, gain a health bonus, but they also gain a bonus to repairing vehicles while under fire. They're not so easily killed. But still, I would have liked to see more infantry. Range being called in, the off-mech combat groups from Kocur, and mine goes off there, damaging the engine of the Panther, already down to half health. Other Panther continues the infantry moving in, not entirely sure what Albertoletto is going to achieve right here, or attempt. Victory points down to 61 right there for Kocur. Albertoletto having considerably more. And there we go, looks like he's making a run for the howitzer. Panther rolling up. But so are the Rangers. We quickly see the German infantry being pushed away. And we're seeing a heavy rocket barrage going down right on the spot, knocking out the howitzer. Almost, and taking out the barracks as well. Nicely done, but the Panther's already down to half health. The bazookas, unimpeded shooting, and probably the anti-tank is rather taking it down to half health. It needs to get out there. Second Panther pulls up, fully repaired, but will the other one be able to secure an exit? Fire from the flamethrower pioneers threaten to engulf the Rangers in death. And there we go, they're taking a lot of losses. Anti-tank gun heroically firing away at the side of the Panther, killing the gunner and almost taking it down to half health. Nicely done there. Nicely done. And a full-on infantry right there from Kocur, largely relying on infantry. And using the Pioneers under 5 course repair, but they're in the middle of negative cover. They do take little less damage, of course, due to veteran free, but still not when the middle of negative cover, man. Tactical sense. Full counter attack going in from Albertoletto's infantry to support the Panthers. And exposed again to the rear of a Panther. And there we go. Sticky bomb away. Damaging the engine as we see Kocur pushing in full force. Rolling the Panther forwards, rear faster the Americans, Albertoletto. Why must you do so? There we go, another Pioneer squad wasted, like so many men before them. And an off-map comic group arriving, and just more Pioneers being spammed out.
Ready to fight, sir. Ready for battle.
Oh my goodness. Really going badly for Albertoletto all of a sudden. Losing a lot of units and doing absolutely nothing to rectify the situation, just spamming out more Pioneers when clearly that's not the solution. But going in for the victory point, apparently that's his way to secure victory. And in fact, we are seeing that Kocur could be very low, so perhaps that might ironically be the way when I say it's not. Though again, it could also backfire. Will Kocur be able to stabilize the situation in time? Will he be able to save the day, salvage the situation, stop the crowd advance? Down to 12 points, 11. And we are seeing that Kocur is getting very desperate, sending out 2-man Veterans 3 Rifleman squads. And there we go, the Veterans 3 Pioneers placing themselves in the way of Kocur's large advance. Looks like something died. And there we go, managed to get to the victory point over there, managed to stop it at 8 victory points. Will Albertoletto be able to mount a counter-attack and save the day? And there we go, the Panther right here getting fired at. Rear exposed, down to half health. Where is the infantry? Wo bist die Infanterie, Albertoletto? If he could just hold this and then rush a small force towards this, he could perhaps win the fight. But not while he continues to insist, exposing the rear of the Panther like that. I mean, that's just senseless. And looks like that Panther will be another tragic victim of Albertoletto's command skills. Panther repaired. Rangers dying. And again, the dual Panzerwreck doing absolutely nothing for Albertoletto against all of Kocur's infantry. And all in all, it just rather seems like Albertoletto was gearing up for a completely different fight than was actually going to happen. Which is just sad. Nor do you ever recruit that MG42. I mean, that could have also helped as well. But again, never seemed to have happened. A few Grenadiers making a run for that victory point. We are seeing the rest of Albertoletto's force moving forward, hitting a mine in the process. Grenadiers quickly run off. And the points look to be taken down. Pioneers retreating back to Albertoletto. Again, so many Pioneer squads. And the points just continue to tick down for him. Rifle squad here could actually be lost for Kocur. 28 kills on that Panther, by the way. That's definitely nice. Mine went off there, killing one poor Grenadier. Speeding things up a bit. Swift counter-attack again. Kocur refusing to give up. He's actually training an MG42 instead of just recruiting it. Come on, Albertoletto. Are you even trying anymore? He's just rushing it in. Losing the MG42 crew before it even fires a single shot. I mean, really, Albertoletto. Doing his best to stem the tide, but will it be enough? Losing units in the process, by the way. In fact, he's down to one Grenadier squad now. Things are definitely not looking up for Albertoletto on the 718th Bodenständige versus the 91st Infantry Division. Another Pioneer squad wiped out by the looks of it. Panzerwrecks flying. Lots of fire, lots of doom. Mortars firing, and suddenly he's training Volksgrenadiers instead of training Grenadiers or Knights Cross Oldest. I mean, really? And now he's just losing units senselessly. 36 kills though on the Panthers. It's doing alright. I mean, that's something. That's more about what you can say about the rest. And a Volksgrenadier squad wasted. Panther running forward, getting the anti-tank gun. MG stolen away by the Americans. Sticky bomb down the side of the Panther. Never eventually free for that though. Damaged engine. Another unit dead, and he just keeps on spamming pioneers endlessly. And more sticky bombs. And that is pretty much it, I would say it. And game over. Albertoletto on the 718th Infantry Division lost the fight versus the 91st Infantry Division. Despite their best efforts, Albertoletto's unit preservation, and ultimately he just seemed to utterly lose it. Again, you know, just spamming pioneers. I have absolutely no idea what drove him towards that. Otherwise, I mean, we saw mistakes again. Poorer unit preservation. They don't quite think of the retreat paths. Definitely should be worked on. Climbing up it too much when your opponent is using grenades. Not good either. And again, you know, building a building only to get one unit from it and then ignoring it, or for that matter the same, or just, you know, waiting 20 minutes to even use it. I mean, those were definitely some grim mistakes right there. Good things for the early medic bunkers and medic stations, but, you know, could have been rebuilt. I mean, there were definitely mistakes on both sides. Again, those largely came down to, you know, tactical sense, unit preservation, all that, but overall, Kocur preserved by simply being able to better preserve his units, having a better idea of how things work, whereas Albertoletto would just constantly rush into BARs or other things, and you lose units senselessly. There was no real fault, and there were no mines, whereas Kocur was actually good on the mines, supplied upgrades, all that. So definitely some improvement on both sides, but definitely Kocur rather showing much better promise. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it, a thing or two. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends. If you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own? This is Imperial Dane saying cheers.